Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. As you can see here, we've got Martin Truex Jr.'s 2019 Richmond race win Elite. This was his first win of 2019 and his first win on a short track because NBC and Fox hadn't pointed that out enough times. Comes with a winner card and a winner sticker. Started 5th, led 186 laps, and won by a tenth of a second. This was the race where Joey Logano was catching him at the end, didn't quite get there, and I saw on Twitter and Facebook afterwards a lot of people were saying that Joey Logano should have pile drove him off into the wall, and I didn't understand that. I'm all for racing hard and don't be afraid to give him the bumper a little bit, but he was about 4 car lengths back, and to have the idea that he should just full on send it off in there and knock Truex completely out of the way and wreck him. I mean, that ain't racing. That's Bush League stuff that doesn't really belong in NASCAR. I mean, again, I understand that you do anything for a win, but at the same point, he had to race Truex the rest of the year. So the idea that he was just gonna full blown send it and knock him completely off the track was just kind of out of line. But there are those NASCAR fans out there that think that if there's a guy next to you, you should just turn and wreck him every time you see him. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not one of them. I don't really stand with it. So let's get on to the diecast. All right. So this diecast normally doesn't come with the left rear tire. I did do that custom. I'll explain that later. Let's start on the front here. So down the front side, we do have this kind of a black line around the wheel well, down the skirt, and then around the other wheel well. So I'm not sure if that was an aero thing or what that's for. Kind of an odd deal. I think I saw a lot of teams were doing this to cheat the laser inspection system. So it's the auto owner scheme. Pretty decent looking scheme. Not bad. Not the greatest one either, but by no means was it the worst scheme of the year or anything like that. As I said, I took a rear tire off of here and I ran it around a sander a little bit, kind of just roughed it up and then flat spotted it so it would sit like that. Just kind of did that so I would have a tire on here so it sits like this instead of way down on one side. I don't like it when they don't sit flat. As you can see, the corner panel is bent up a little bit from the burnout. Bass Pro Shops on there, auto owners. There you can see the ethanol ring, one winner sticker as well. Onto the back, we got the Big A Auto Owners Camry number 19, fuel cell in the back, and we got DIN number 65, Truex Jr. on the window. Onto the right side, you can see the tire wore out, and then that black line that follows it all the way around. Pretty clean for a short track, honestly, not bad. A little bit on the front. There you can see it on the hood. We get a little bit of that race stuff there, but not too bad. And then there's our front end of that Camry there. He only won in this scheme twice. It's going to be this one in Martinsville are the only two he got from this scheme. So I did also get, of course, his 500th career start. And that's already been posted. So roof flaps do deploy. You can see it there. And then the other one, of course, does as well. And as I said, it's not too raced in terms of the amount of race damage to it. There you can see the hood popping up. There's our engine detail. Pops up pretty decent on the new Camrys, or not the new Camrys, but compared to like 2017s, these pop up pretty decent. You can see in them. Hood seal's real good. I mean, you can see, like, look around that hood. Not a lot of gaps. Paint chips not around there. So pretty good job on the detail by Lionel there. Underneath, DIN 65, all the interior details and whatnot there. So not a ton of race detail to this one. As I said, the biggest one is obviously the corner panel, and then obviously the rubber marks on the hood and nose. But I mean, you look at the right side, there's just a little tiny scrape around the wheel well there. You can kind of see it, but that's about it. I mean, this is a pretty clean car. He kept it pretty clean that night in Richmond, and then he won again the second time, but that time he at least had a spin, so hopefully we got a little contact mark or something. But, I mean, that's really all there is to this one. It's not a very damaged race win. I would say his Martinsville's probably going to be better. But that's kind of part of this short track. They don't beat and bang because of that big, tall spoiler. So NASCAR did announce they will be, or not, they didn't announce, but it's kind of been leaked that they're going to have a short track package for this year with a short spoiler, which I really like. So bravo, let's bring that back. And they were talking about just your short tracks. I would say Dover on down size-wise. Dover needs it. Dover was god-awful both times. It absolutely needs to have the short spoiler because it's downright unwatchable. I mean, they can't pass, they can't get runs on each other. I mean, honestly, I'd say cut the spoiler completely off, cut the splitter completely off. I mean, give them as little downforce as possible at Dover, because that place is already hard to pass, and that's when it was normal. And then you add the downforce to it, and it's like, oh gosh. So yeah, they need to make sure they knock that away, because man, it was just bad. But outside of that, again, I'm excited. 2020 is coming up here. It's mid-January, so I still got another month and a half till racing season starts, but that's okay. I got plenty of snowmobiling to do, and a little bit of Vikings football to watch yet. So they're, as of recording, they're pre-49ers divisional round, so we'll see where they're at, down the line when after this video ages for a while, but that's just where this video is being recorded at. So anyway, that'll pretty much wrap it up for me. Really not much else to see on this diecast. It was pretty quick. It was this matte finish. I guess I didn't really go over that, the matte finish, and then there's rubber marks on the roof as well, or rubber buildup, but that really is it. There's just not a ton to it. So as I said, I did use I used sandpaper to flat spot the tire manually. Next time I'll probably use it with a power sander, save myself a little time. But that's pretty much it. There's not a ton else to show off. So if you have enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. You can share your NFL team, playoff team, I don't care, whatever else you want to throw in there on this one. But that'll pretty much wrap it up for me. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.